middle school, my sister and I were like obsessed with MySpace, and we ended up making MySpace layouts for other teenagers. We would make the design stuff on Corel Paint Shop and then do some basic HTML to get it all ready to go for MySpace. And then we'd put it on our page where other teenagers can download it. And that was seriously one of my favorite things ever. So outside of like hanging out with friends, cheerleading, and school, it was like I wanted to be home on the computer making MySpace layouts. I just absolutely loved it. Eventually, my dad wanted us to make it into like a more serious business, so he bought us a domain. We started setting up a website. I had an eBay shop as a teenager too, where I would buy used electronics and repackage them, take better photos, group things together, and then relist it for a profit. My dad was a lifelong entrepreneur, so literally starting from like when he was young in his early 20s all the way to when he passed away last year, he had so many different businesses. From a young age, he always told me that I had an entrepreneurial spirit and would truly like speak that into me of like, you're gonna own a business someday. I don't know what it'll be, but you'll be great at it. Since I never thought of art as work or as a career, I never even considered looking into like, okay, is graphic design a job? Is like computer science a job? I just didn't look at it. And instead I went for like what felt safe and normal and like a good career path, and ended up going to college as a nursing major at first. Really quickly was like, I don't really love this. I do love science, which is why I chose it, but this isn't the right thing forward for me. So I ended up going to our school's career counseling center, and they told me I needed to be in the digital media studies major. It was super small and it was all guys in it, no girls. It was a combination of computer science, graphic design, and then marketing and PR, and you kind of chose what you wanted to emphasize in. So I switched my major to that, and as soon as I started taking classes in it, I just like instantly fell in love. So I graduated college with the digital media studies degree, and I was so excited to work in corporate life. I just had the idea that like I'm gonna move to a big city. I want to work in a corporate office. It's gonna be so fun. And so I pretty quickly was able to land a job at a small advertising agency in Nashville that was pretty corporate-y, but still not like the big skyscraper thing I had in mind. And at first I loved the job. I was super grateful for it. I knew I was supposed to love it because it was like a good job. It paid well for someone who had just graduated. And after the honeymoon phase for the job wore off, I pretty quickly realized that I actually did not love it. And when I was at this job, my favorite part of my day was doing freelance work. And I had a few freelance clients that I was doing random graphic design stuff for or some social media marketing for, and I always looked forward to those projects, would do them in my spare time, and I'm like, okay, there is still something there. I do still like this, but I need to leave this job and find another job was my idea. So that was when I ended up creating a website, finally getting a professional email and business name to go with it, and I started calling myself a business owner. I was doing like everything under the sun, a lot of marketing stuff, a lot of design stuff, and that worked really well for me at the time because I got to figure out like, what do I actually like the most and what am I the best at? At some point, I don't remember how it happened, so thankful it did, but I literally stumbled upon Showit. I started a free trial. I was like, what is this magic? It felt like using Illustrator or Photoshop, but for a website. And it felt really intuitive too immediately because of being so used to those platforms. I mean, I just loved the website part so much, and being able to take a vision in my head, draw it out, and then build it and show it. Showit templates were always in the back of my mind ever since discovering Showit, because I knew that was something other people did with success and something that I even was having people ask about pretty early on. And so that became my solution, to make website templates. And that way someone who is a newer business owner and doesn't really need to invest in a custom website yet can have this. And then also people who have been in business for years but feel comfortable and excited to build their own website can use these templates. So because of having website templates being my primary thing now, I'm able to work with less clients one-on-one, but really go all in on those projects. I'm able to be at home, which I'm very much a homebody, and I did not love that aspect of working in a corporate environment, going to the office every day. I love being here at home in my home office. And so it's enabled me a lot of time freedom to spend time doing the things that excite me the most. And right now I'm actually expecting my first baby. It's so exciting because I always knew that like I wanted to be able to be a really present mother, but I also knew I wouldn't want to give up a career when I have children. I wanted to be able to do both. I feel like because of the business I've built, I'll be able to be here as a present mother, but also here as a business owner and as a provider for our family. And we'll be able to do both really beautifully, hopefully. When like my business doing Showit templates and custom design was taking off, even though he was like, I don't understand anything about the online space, he was always there reading every email, every Instagram post and asking questions and asking how many templates did you sell this week? That was his favorite thing to ask, and always just encouraging me. So I feel like looking back, I don't think I would have started my business without his influence of believing in me, speaking into me that like, this is something you're meant to do. And I think he would be really proud of, even like since he's passed away, different things that have happened in my life and business. And I still feel like he's always there like cheering me on.